大丈夫ですか？貴様のごとき俗物が彼女の美しい髪に指一本触れるな。
聖剣アクティベート！
So we are on episode number 2 of the Demon Sword Master of Excalibur Academy. And I'm just going to call it Demon Sword Master from now on, just to kind of make it easier and simplified, because it is kind of a long name. And, you know, when it comes to episode 2, after you've had a really good showing of episode number 1, and in all honesty, if you guys saw my review, it blew me away. Like, I was expecting... and I got, let's go. You know, I got some good stuff out of it. And when I'm watching episode number 2 by Studio Passion, I was really kind of like wondering, okay, what we're going to get here. He's going to this big, not building, but he's going to this big protected area that was built by humans to stave off the voids. There's things called holy swords. The world seems pretty devoid of magic, at least based on how it was when he originally got defeated as Demon Lord. The world was rich in magic and mana during that time. That's partially how he got technically defeated. And now it's like there's no magic, but then there's these things called voids, and then there's these things called holy swords that are essentially like glorific weapons. So I was wondering what exactly you know, we're going to get, you know, this episode. But essentially, we have Roselia or whatever, and she takes him into this place. And before we get in there, he summons his 2 confidants, which is like a dog and a maid. And it seems that they were also in like a millennia slumber. It's really hard to know exactly what they were doing or where they were at. My guess is because his powers were... how do you because he was crystallized. My guess is that they get pulled out of some kind of like void. So the dog, when he got there, he was like, oh, it seems like a millennia has passed. You know, my guess is like they weren't running around doing things. My guess is that the reason they're here is because of our demon lord MC, right? Leonis. So my guess is that because of Leonis, they exist. If he ceased to exist, they would cease to exist. That's my guess. Correct me if I'm wrong. I was trying to really wrap my head around, like, were they here? Were they not here? They're going to go investigate the humans. So they're still talking, like, so I just don't know. I also really enjoy how the maid was like really into Leonis's new look, right? She was like, she wanted to eat him up. She's like, I really want to take care of you. I want to like wait on you hand and foot. Like, you look so cute, blah, blah, blah. It seems to be a sentiment shared by everybody who views him. So, like, you know, obviously 10-year-old, blah, blah, blah. And this, you know, what the other nuance to it, too, is this, from what I saw of the show in episode 1, is this human body shouldn't be so foreign to him. It seems that he was human in some form and then became Demon Lord, then became the skeleton dude that he ended up being. So it sounds like this shouldn't be that foreign to him, but, you know, I guess it's kind of a thing of getting used to what you were kind of thing. But anyways, we get to the school, or the guarded place. We get to learn that, you know, they're part of an academy. They're part of the front lines. They're part of the people who fight the voids. They're part of the Holy Sword Brigade and have different platoons, and they have part school, part army, essentially, that they have going on. So really, episode 2 was an episode that kind of just contextualized more about what the show's going on. Gave us a setting, gave us a thing that's going on, introduced us to two main characters in association with Leonis, and then it gave us 2 more characters on the school side with the weird blonde dude, and then the girl who he'll probably get close with again, who has the balls of light or whatever around her. So again, this was a more contextual, transitional episode to get us to the next thing. And then they sprinkled on some ecchi in there as well, too, with Leonis taking a bath and then Roselia going in all naked after him and everything, too. Very innocent, in a very innocent way. You know, she doesn't really understand the boundaries and stuff. And he's like a kid, but he's like, I am not a kid kind of thing. So that was enjoyable to see, too. And then at the end is when we really got, like, the meat and potatoes of it, which is he finally told her, is like, hey, I actually do not have the power to revive anybody. And in her mind, she thought she was healed by him, right? she didn't know that she died. And he's like, I don't have the power to revive anybody. So my thing as we go into next episode is I wonder how honest he's gonna be with her. You know, is he gonna say, "Hey, by the way, I'm a demon lord. I'm the demon lord, or a demon lord who was alive 1100, 1200 years ago. I've reincarnated." I don't know how, honest he's gonna be with her, but he's gonna have some semblance of honesty with her and let her know, like, "Hey, you died. I brought you back as like a vampire. Feast on me, baby girl." Kind of thing. And then maybe he also lets her know, like, I'm not 10, I'm a bit older than that, So I wonder how honest he's going to be. I'm very interested in episode 3, but overall, I enjoyed the episode. I was in the episode the whole time. I like seeing Roselia's backstory, even though I thought they could have gone deeper with her backstory. I'm not a backstory person, but in the guise of this episode, to contextualize it more, I would have loved a little bit more backstory, like who were her parents, who was her sister, how were they so powerful, why were they considered so powerful. Seemingly, it seems like most of the world got wiped out. The ones who were fighting in the front lines, who didn't get wiped out, what I mean? Like, there's so much more that could have been bubbled up that we just simply didn't get. But regardless, I'm gonna have faith that we're gonna get there. But overall, I'm really enjoying this show. My enjoyment level is really, really high. From 1 to 5, 4. From 1 to 10, I'm at an 8 right now, but that's pretty good. Like, my enjoyment level of this show is pretty good. So, do we continue watching it? Probably, but that's going to depend on how this video does, because the first one is always like that grabber for my viewers too, and then episode 2 will really tell me, like, well, who's going to come back, who had the interest to watch it again. Then they also screwed up the schedule. This is supposed to be launching on... So this was supposed to launch on September 25th. It didn't. And September 25th was a Monday. It actually ended up launching on October the 2nd, which was the following Monday, okay? But then 6 days later, on the 7th of October, which is a Saturday, we get it. So I don't really know when this is supposed to be coming out, Saturdays or Sundays or Mondays. I don't know. So anyways, regardless, I appreciate you guys being here. See you potentially for episode number 3. Peace out, my friends.